What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Friday, February 12, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. The final trailer for Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice was released this week, showing Batman taking on a group of criminals in Gotham City before confronting Superman. The clip was released on Thursday and has already been viewed over 100,000 times. Bruce Wayne, played by Ben Affleck, says of Superman, played by Henry Cavill, to his trusty butler, Alfred, played by Jeremy Irons, he has the power to wipe out the entire human race. And we believe there is even 1% chance that he is our enemy. We have to take it as an absolute certainty. Wonder Woman, played by Gal Gadot, also makes a brief appearance at a gala with Wayne speaking for the first time. The heroine says before leaping into battle, "I don't think you'll ever know a woman like me." The trailer concludes with Batman donning his powerful mech suit, blocking a punch Superman delivers much to his surprise. The synopsis reads of the film, fearing the actions of a godlike superhero left unchecked, Gotham City's own formidable, forceful vigilante takes on Metropolis' most revered modern-day savior while the world wrestles with what sort of hero it really needs. And with Batman and Superman at war with one another, a new threat quickly arises, putting mankind in greater danger than it's ever known before. Directed by Zack Snyder, Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice arrives in theaters March 25th. Star Wars Episode 8, the direct sequel to the record-breaking Force Awakens, has started filming, according to Disney CEO Bob Iger. Iger made the announcement Wednesday during the company's quarterly earnings call, where he discussed other upcoming films in the franchise and how Disney plans to keep the Star Wars brand successful. Iger said there's no better way to prepare this franchise into the future than producing quality products. Filming of Star Wars Episode 8, the next chapter of the legendary saga, has just commenced, and it will be in theaters December 2017. And production for Episode 9, a 2019 release, has also begun. Directed by Rian Johnson, Episode 8 is scheduled for release on December 15, 2017, after being pushed back from its original landing date of May 26, 2017. Before that, however, the anthology film Rogue One, a Star Wars story, directed by Garth Edwards, is set to release on December 16, 2016. Iger said filming of Rogue One is virtually completed, and we absolutely love what we've seen so far. This is the first of a set of planned standalone stories, and we're already in pre-production on our next one for release in May of 2018. Recently, Episode 9 director Colin Trevorrow announced that he would be shooting the sci-fi epic on film, joking, "It's a period film. It happened a long time ago." AMC has released a clip on YouTube showing the first 4 minutes of Sunday's action-packed mid-season 6 premiere of The Walking Dead. The clip picks up where the zombie apocalypse drama last left off, with Daryl played by Norman Reedus, Abraham played by Michael Kudlitz, and Sasha played by Zaniqua Martin Green, outnumbered by a bunch of gun-toting bikers who demand they hand over everything they have as a tribute to an unseen leader named Negan. After relieving our heroes of their firearms, one of the new villains also instructs the trio to take them back to wherever it is you call home, suggesting their friends in the gated community of Alexandria might be placed in for future peril. The preview ends with the speaker pointing 2 guns at Sasha and Abraham as Daryl escorts another biker off screen to take a look at what's in Daryl's truck. Season 2 of the time-traveling romantic drama Outlander is to premiere April 9th, Starz said Thursday. The upcoming 13 episodes are based on Dragonfly and Amber, the second of 8 books in Diana Gabaldon's best-selling Outlander series. The cable network also released a trailer as well as a first look at its teaser art featuring Claire Randall Fraser, played by Katarina Balfe, and James Fraser, played by Sam Heughan, in the steps of Versailles. Netflix said in a press release, instead of swords and guns, they armed with a political savvy in the finest 1700s Parisian fashion as they embark on their new mission, infiltrating the French aristocracy and rewriting history. The new image gives viewers a taste of what's to come in this exciting and dangerous next chapter. Old world lavishness mixed with the sense of new world urgency. Season 1 of the series was set in the 1940s and 1740s Scotland. Lee Majors is to play Ash's father, and Ted Raimi is his childhood best friend in Season 2 of Ash vs. Evil Dead, which will premiere later this year, stars announced. Majors is known for his work in TV's The Big Valley, The $6 Million Man, and The Fall Guy. Raimi appeared in all 3 original Evil Dead movies. His additional film credits include Midnight Meat Train, Shocker, Born Yesterday, Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger, The Grudge, Oz the Great and Powerful, as well as the Spider-Man series of films. The sophomore season of the small-screen horror comedy Ash vs. Evil Dead will feature 10 half-hour episodes. The cast includes Bruce Campbell in the role of Ash, Lucy Lawless as Ruby, Ray Santiago as Pablo, and Dana DeLorenzo as Kelly. Netflix has released a minute-long trailer for Season 4 of its celebrated political drama House of Cards. The upcoming episodes will see Kevin Spacey's U.S. President Francis Underwood and Robin Wright's Claire Underwood, quote, whose characters have always been each other's strongest allies, shows cracking in their relationship, a press release said. In an election, the stakes are now higher than ever, and the biggest threat they face is contending with each other. Joining the ensemble for Season 4 are Ellen Burstyn, Cicely Tyson, and Joel Kinnaman. The cast also includes Michael Kelly, Mahershala Ali, Jane Atkinson, Nev Campbell, Derek Cecil, Nathan Darrow, Kim Dickens, Elizabeth Marvel, Dominique McElligott, Molly Parker, and Paul Sparks. The new season will be available for streaming March 4th. Hayley Atwell has been cast in the lead role for ABC's upcoming legal drama pilot, Conviction. According to Variety, Atwell will star as Carter Morrison, the brilliant and rebellious daughter of a former president who was blackmailed into heading up a newly created Conviction Integrity Unit in Los Angeles. Together with a team of lawyers, investigators, and forensic experts, Morrison will be taking a closer look at cases where the wrong person may have been convicted of a crime. Jessica Jones' writer and executive producer Liz Friedman will pen the script, direct, and executive produce alongside Mark Gordon and Nicholas Pepper. The casting has worried fans of Atwell's other series, Marvel's Agent Carter, which is currently in its 2nd season. Insiders have stressed that The Hollywood Reporter that if Agent Carter gets renewed for a 3rd season, the network would work out a production schedule for Atwell to accommodate both shows. Never a ratings juggernaut for ABC, Agent Carter has remained popular with Marvel fans as Atwell has appeared as the character in 4 Marvel Cinematic Universe films such as Captain America the First Avenger, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Avengers Age of Ultron, and Ant-Man. FYI says it has greenlit 15 additional one-hour episodes of the primetime talk series Kocktails with Khloé. The ratings hit is hosted and executive produced by media personality, author, and entrepreneur Khloe Kardashian. Fresh episodes will air Wednesday through June. The show debuted last month and was initially expected to last 8 installments. G. McCarthy, the cable channel's senior vice president of programming and development, said in a statement Wednesday, Khloé and her iconic brand have struck a chord with FYI viewers, who have been extremely interactive with the show on social media. Her ability to draw upscale millennial viewers across all our platforms in record numbers is a game changer for FYI. Pilgrim Media Group Chief Executive Officer Craig Pillion says Khloé's creativity, wit, and work ethic makes her a perfect host and ideal partner for Pilgrim. We're thrilled to continue working with Khloé and FYI as we further our unique spin on primetime talk. In a related story, Lamar Odom was spotted in public for the first time since his hospitalization Wednesday in Los Angeles. The 36-year-old former NBA player was seen boarding a private plane with his estranged wife Khloe Kardashian in Van Nuys Airport. Odom was dressed in a gray trench coat, while the 31-year-old reality star wore a long coat and fur collar. Odom and Kardashian were spotted again upon their arrival at their New York hotel. Eyewitness told Entertainment Tonight the pair were smiling and happy and appeared very comfortable in each other's presence. Kardashian had alluded to the trip on Twitter by revealing her family was in New York. She and Odom were expected to join the Kardashian-Jenners at Kanye West's fashion show and album release party Thursday in Madison Square Garden. She tweeted Wednesday morning, "I have major FOMO. My entire family is in New York, but I couldn't go due to shooting Kocktails. I'm going to have to hop on a flight after taping." The reality star's FY series Kocktails with Khloé premiered in January. Odom was hospitalized for nearly 3 months after being discovered unconscious in a Las Vegas brothel in October. He transferred to a private facility last month and was well enough to hike with Kardashian's sister-in-law Kim Kardashian on Sunday. Khloe Kardashian said on Good Morning America in January, "Every day is different. We take each day as it comes. I've learned to not really look into the future. There were a lot of challenges, but he's a fighter, and obviously he's here now, and he's out of the hospital." Kardashian and Odom called off their divorce after his hospitalization, but are not romantically involved. The reality star was dating James Harden, but reportedly split from the Houston Rockets shooting guard last month after several months of dating. Formula One commentator Eddie Jordan, German racing driver Sabine Schmitz, and YouTube petrol head Chris Harris are to serve as co-hosts of Top Gear, the BBC announced. Car reviewer and TV presenter Roy Reid will also join the previously disclosed stars Chris Evans and Matt LeBlanc. Evans said in a statement Thursday, "We really do have a bit of everything for everyone. A fellow lifelong petrol head from the other side of the pond in Matt, a fearless speed demon in the irrepressible and effervescent Sabine, the encyclopedic funny and wonderfully colorful character that is EJ, Chris, one of the world's top nonsense car reviewers, and Roy, who simply blew me away in his audition and fully deserves his place on the team." Jordan added, "I'm giddy with excitement to be joining Chris and the team. I have such enormous respect for all of my fellow presenters, and I politely ask that they go easy on these old bones. Cars are in my DNA, and although I've been fortunate enough to accomplish most things I've ever aspired to in motorsports, presenting Top Gear is quietly simply the icing on the cake." The revamped show is to premiere in May. Grant Gustin has taken to social media to share the first set photo for the upcoming Flash and Supergirl television crossover. Gustin posted to Instagram Wednesday a selfie alongside Supergirl star Melissa Benoist while the pair were wearing their superhero costumes during filming. The crossover episode will feature Gustin's fastest man alive teaming up with Benoist's Kara Zor-El as the two DC comic heroes meet for the first time. Gustin wrote, noting the iconic Flash and Supergirl symbols on display in the photo, "Those two emblems look pretty good together," at Melissa Benoist. Throughout the shoot, Gustin shared more on-set photos, including the two chairs the stars were using, noting how his personalized seat was bigger and nicer than the one used during the filming of The Flash. The actor Joe K. Flash producers, "I've already got a fancier chair on Supergirl than I've got on Flash, just saying." Announced earlier this month, the two heroes will meet on the March 28th episode of Supergirl. Greg Berlanti and Andrew Kressberg, the executive producers of both shows, said in a joint statement at the time, "We're so incredibly excited to announce something that we have dreamed of happening since we started making Supergirl. The Flash and Supergirl are teaming up." They also added, "We want to thank Grant Gustin for making the time to come visit on top of his already immense workload, and all of the folks at CBS, the CW, Warner Brothers, and DC for working this out. And finally, thanks to the fans and journalists who have kept asking for this to happen. It is our pleasure and hope to create an episode worthy of everyone's enthusiasm and support." Milo Ventimiglia, Mag Zortri, Lisa Weil, and Yannick Truesdale will reprise their Gilmore Girls role in the upcoming as-of-yet untitled revival, Netflix confirmed. The actors played Jess, Logan, Paris, and Michelle, respectively, on the original series, which ran 7 seasons from 2000 to 2007, the first on the WB and then on the CW. A premiere date for the sequel has not yet been announced, but the streaming service said it will consist of 4 90-minute episodes. Created, written, and directed by Amy Sherman Palladino and executive produced, written, and directed by Daniel Palladino, the show will feature the returns of the original series stars Lauren Graham, Alexis Bledel, Scott Patterson, Kelly Bishop, Kiko Agena, and Sean Gunn. Melissa McCarthy has said she was not asked back for the follow-up. Variety reporter Jared Padalecki will be back as Dean Forrester and David Slefcliffe as Roy Gilmore's father, Chris. USA Network says it has ordered the series Shooter, a drama based on the Stephen Hunter's novel Point of Impact, and a 2007 film starring Mark Wahlberg. Ryan Phillippe and Omar Epps will play the leads in the small-screen adaptation, which is a joint venture by Paramount Television and Universal Cable Productions. John Havlin wrote the first episode and will also executive produce the series, while Simon Sealing Jones directs the pilot. The press note says Phillippe will star as Bobby Lee Swagger, an expert marksman living in exile who is coaxed back into action after learning of a plot to kill the president. Epps plays Isaac Johnson, an ex-Marine and former commanding officer of Swagger. Now a Secret Service agent, he solicits Swagger's expertise for a clandestine operation that has disastrous results. Jackie DeCrinis, the executive vice president of original programming for USA Network, said in a statement Wednesday, Shooter is an uncompromising exploration of the definition and evolution of a hero. The conspiracy and drama that unfolded throughout the first hour had us completely immersed, and we look forward to more. Amy Powell, president of Paramount Television, said USA is the perfect home for Shooter. Stephen Hunter's Bob Lee Swagger is a heroic, iconic character, and there's so much more of his story to explore in this series. This incredible group of producers and actors bring our vision to the next level. We couldn't be more thrilled to work with Mark Wahlberg, Ryan, Stephen, John, and Universal Cable Productions to take audiences on an exciting journey. Pauley Perrette is claiming she has gone through yet another scary experience involving a homeless man. The NCIS star posted a mini essay on the account on Twitter Wednesday, only 2 months after she testified in court against David Merrick, a 45-year-old transient man who assaulted and threatened to kill her back in November. The actress wrote on her second account describing the man as a pretty off homeless guy, and yes again, who grabbed her hands and, quote, put his whole head inside my car after she offered him $1 while at a stoplight in Hollywood. She said, he held my arm and then said, "What time is it?" He was in my car and I was scared. I looked at my dashboard and first said, "I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of Jesus." Then said to him, "It's 5:37, she wrote. He held my wrist for a moment, then released and left. I had a tactical knife and a taser in my car next to me, but I thought about that $1 to give him first, did not arm myself." She continued by saying, "I am learning. I need to know both sides, be smart and be safe and give, but all of them at once. I wonder if any other drivers in rush hour traffic saw him grab me through my window and did nothing." In a follow-up tweet, Perrette assured fans that she was doing fine, posting, "Hey, I'm totally okay. It was just incredibly weird. Really weird." Perrette is best known for playing Abby Sciuto on CBS's drama NCIS, which airs Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She has championed several causes, including animal rescue, LGBT rights, and works with the homeless in several areas around the U.S. Paget Brewster will return to Criminal Minds in the spring. The CBS series confirmed the news Wednesday on Twitter, writing, "Emily Prentice is back. At Paget Brewster returns for one episode of #Criminal Minds to air later this spring." Brewster tweeted in response, "Dusting off my boots and badge to run and gun with my pals one more time, #Criminal Minds." The season 11 episode will see Emily team up with the BAU to catch an elusive international unsub, according to TV Guide. The character will still work at Interpol and believes the suspect is planning an attack on America. Brewster played Emily from seasons 1 through 7 before leaving the police drama and returned for the show's 200th episode in season 9. Executive producer Eric Messer told TV Guide last year she hoped Brewster would return again soon. She said at the time, "Paget is always welcome back. It's always about scheduling. She's busy and she should be. She got a new show and it also has to make sense story-wise. We don't want to dip into that well too often. When she comes back, it has to be special and make sense." Brewster presently plays Sarah Kinsling on Grandfather, which co-stars John Stamos and airs Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fox. She is also known for portraying Kathy on Friends and Deborah Chambers on Community. Drita Davanzo was arrested for alleged assault Tuesday in New York. The New York Police Department sources told TMZ the 40-year-old mob wife star got in a verbal altercation with the woman on Staten Island sidewalk that culminated with Davanzo punching the person multiple times. Davanzo reportedly fled the scene in her vehicle, was taken into custody after being arrested in a different location. Neither she nor VIII, home of mob wives, have commented on the incident. The NYPD told Entertainment Tonight she was released from the precinct with the desk appearance ticket with the charge of a misdemeanor assault. She must appear back in court on March 9th. Davanzo has starred on My Wife since its premiere in 2011. The reality series co-stars Big Ange Raiola, who has presently battled staging 4 cancer and returned for a 6th and final season last month. New episodes air Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hailey Baldwin is setting the record straight on her relationship with Justin Bieber. The 19-year-old model discussed her status with the 21-year-old singer at the Amerfar New York Gala on Tuesday, telling E! News she and Bieber are close but not exclusively dating. The star said, "We are not an exclusive couple. He's about to go on tour. Relationships at this age are really complicated, but I don't really like to talk about it because it's between me and him." She also explained, "I live a very public life and I have to keep things personal or else I have no personal life. It really is my personal business, and I like to think my relationships are not between me, the person, and the whole entire world. It's hard." Baldwin spoke out after months of dating rumors and Bieber's declaration of love in the March issue of GQ. The magazine previewed the singer's cover story Tuesday, quoting him as saying, "Hailey is someone I really love. We spent a lot of time together." Baldwin told Entertainment Tonight in response, "He's really funny. We have a good time together. He's just really sweet. He's a good kid. He has a good heart, and I love him." Baldwin and Bieber are longtime friends who were first romantically linked in 2014. The model says she and the singer are just friends in February 2015, but Bieber shared a photo of himself kissing Baldwin in St. Bart's last month. Baldwin is the daughter to actor Stephen Baldwin, his wife Kenya, and sister to 12-year-old Aliyah. She is modeled for Ralph Lauren, Tommy Hilfiger, and Topshop, while Bieber last released Purpose in November. The album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 albums charts. Jordin Sparks and boyfriend Sage the Gemini have reportedly called it quits. Sources told People the 26-year-old singer and 23-year-old rapper recently split after less than a year of dating. The couple were first linked in spring 2015 and confirmed their relationship in May. Sparks told the magazine in August, "He makes me smile every single day. He's just very low-key and down-to-earth as well. We don't have to always worry about getting up and getting ready or feeling like we have to." Insiders told E! News the relationship started off great, but that Sparks later said to have trust issues. Sage the Gemini, born Dominic Woods, alludes to problems in his personal life in an Instagram post in December. He wrote, "Mentally and physically, I am weak. My imagination is a horrible place that I battle in my relationship, being jealous, etc. I say to myself, maybe I should work out till I push evil thoughts out of me and ask God to shine light in the dark." Sparks previously dated Jason Derulo for 3 years before splitting from the singer in September 2014. The couple seemed to be heading towards marriage before the breakup, and Sparks later admitted she was unclear why they split. Sparks came to fame by winning American Idol Season 6 and released her third studio album, Right Here, Right Now, in August. Sage Gemini is known for the single Gas Pedal and will release his second studio album, Bachelor Party, this year. Gwen Stefani and boyfriend Blake Shelton will collaborate on The Voice Season 10. The 46-year-old singer will return to the NBC reality competition as Shelton's team advisor after serving as a coach in Seasons 7 and 9. Stefani and the 39-year-old country star confirmed the news Wednesday on Access Hollywood in their first interview as a couple. Shelton couldn't help but gush about his girlfriend, saying it was his idea for Stefani to serve as a mentor. He said, "You start thinking like, who are the ultimate artists out there that you can get to mentor your team? You start thinking, you do. Wait a minute, this is perfect. And I actually know her. It'll be easy to call her." He also added, "We know we collaborate well together as coaches, so of course I would have her as my mentor, and she's so smart and talented." Stefani joined The Voice as a temporary replacement for singer Christina Aguilera, who will return as a coach in Season 10. Patti LaBelle will serve as Aguilera's advisor, with Tori Kelly for Adam Levine and Diddy for Pharrell Williams. Stefani and Shelton split from their respective spouses Gavin Rossdale and Miranda Lambert in 2015 and confirmed their relationship in November. The country star showed his support for Stefani's forthcoming live music video Wednesday, tweeting, "Awesome," in response to the news. Duncan Jones, the 44-year-old son of David Bowie, announced he and wife Rodine Relinquo are expecting their first child in June. Jones, an English director whose mother is Angie Bowie, born Mary Angela Barnett, announced the news Wednesday, exactly 1 month after his father, singer David Bowie, died at the age of 69. Jones captioned a photo of his drawing, "1 month since Dad died today, made this card for him at Christmas, due in June, circle of life, love you, Granddad." Relinquo reposted the picture, adding, "Shame on those of you who just thought I was really fat and didn't say anything, haha." She and Jones married in 2012. David and Angie Bowie were married from 1970 to 1980. The singer died of liver cancer January 10th, 2 days after his 69th birthday and the release of his 25th studio album, Black Star. Jones tweeted after the news of his dad's death broke, "Very sorry and sad to say it's true. I'll be offline for a while. Love to you all." Jones released his first feature film, Moon, starring Sam Rockwell in 2009, and follow up with Source Code, starring Jake Gyllenhaal in 2011. He will direct the forthcoming movie Warcraft, which is based on the Blizzard Entertainment video games. Barry Manilow's publicist says the beloved entertainer was forced to cancel Thursday and Friday's shows after suffering complications from emergency oral surgery. A press release said Thursday, following a triumphant sold-out concert in Memphis, Barry Manilow was rushed back to Los Angeles due to complications from emergency oral surgery that Manilow had on Monday. At this time, it's unclear if Melo will be able to attend the Grammy Awards on Monday, February 15th, where he is nominated for his 15th Grammy Award for his latest album, My Dream Duets. The 72-year-old singer-songwriter's One Last Time, One Last Tour concert in Highland Heights in Nashville are being rescheduled, with new dates to be announced shortly. Ticket holders should retain their existing tickets for redemption on the new dates. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1976, actor Sal Mineo is killed in Hollywood. Sal Mineo is stabbed to death in Hollywood, California. Mineo was parking his car behind his apartment when neighbors heard his cries for help. Someone described as a white man with brown hair fled the scene. By the time they reached Mineo, he was almost dead from a deep wound to his chest. He died minutes later. Mineo was a famous teen actor in the 50s. He co-starred with James Dean in both Rebel Without a Cause and Giant. The transition to adult roles did not come easy for Mineo, Mineo, but he later appeared in films such as The Longest Day and Escape from the Planet of the Apes, and consistently performed guest spots on television series. On the night he was killed, Mineo was returning from rehearsing for a play. For 2 years, the police searched in vain for clues for the killer's identity. At first, they suspected that Mineo's work from prison reform had put him in contact with the dangerous ex-con. Then they focused shift to Mineo's personal life. Investigators have discovered that his home was filled with pictures of nude men, but the homosexual pornography also failed to turn up any leads. Then out of the blue, Michigan authorities reported that Lionel Williams, arrested on bad check charges, was bragging to everyone that he had killed Mineo. Although he later retracted his story about the same time, his wife back in Los Angeles told police that he had come home that night of the murder drenched in blood. However, there was one major discrepancy. Williams was black with an afro, and all the eyewitnesses had described the perpetrator as a white man with long brown hair. Fortunately, the photos were able to unearth an old photo of Williams in which his hair had been dyed brown and processed so that it was straight and long. In addition, the medical examiner had made a cast of Mineo's knife wound, and police were able to match it to the description of the knife provided by Williams' wife. Lionel Williams was convicted and given a sentence of life in prison. Also on this date in 2008, writers' strike ends after 100 days. Hollywood's longest work stoppage since 1988 ends on this date in 2008 when members of the Writers Guild of America voted by a margin of more than 90% to go back to work after a walkout that began the previous November 5th. The writers' strike began during the negotiations of the WGA's latest contract with the Alliance of Motion Pictures and Television Producers, which represents over 300 production companies. Negotiations stalled after WGA members demanded a share of the revenues generated by movies, television shows, and other work distributed on the internet and viewed on computers, cell phones, and other new media devices. Heavily covered by the press, the walkout proved to be much more damaging to the entertainment industry than expected. More than 60 television shows had to be shut down, causing a drop in ratings and the loss of tens of millions of dollars in an ad revenue for the networks. By the end, the strike was estimated to have cost the local LA economy more than $3 billion, taking into account lost wages for writers and crew members, lost business for service industries such as catering and equipment rental, and reduced consumer spending. For the duration of the strike, TV viewers at home were forced to go without new episodes of their favorite shows, as networks dealt with the shutdown of productions by loading the schedules with reruns and increased amounts of reality programming. Negotiators reached an tentative agreement on this date in 2008, and both the East Coast and West Coast branches of the WGA ratified the deal on February 10th. 2 days later, the writers themselves approved the truce, and a new contract with the AMPTP was signed February 25th. Based on part of a deal signed the previous month between production companies and the Directors Guild of America, the new contract gave WGA members residual payments for program streamings and formalized union jurisdiction over programming created for the web. Writers would be paid for shows streams on advertising-supported websites, and WGA members hired to write original content for the web would be covered under a union contract. And as your entertainment report for Friday, February 12, 2016, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back on Monday to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone have a great weekend. Good night, and God bless you all.